Let's talk about doing keyword research inside of Metamonster. Keyword research happens in the Keyword Explorer. You can access this Explorer from most pages on the site, from content, titles, descriptions, even the sandbox. But if you want to look at all of your keywords for all pages in one place, you'll want to come to the Keywords page. Here we've got an example of a site where we've already generated keywords for most of our pages, but I've removed the keywords for one page so you can see what it looks like when you're just getting started. When you just start out, you'll see the URL, your Search Console data if you've connected the site through Search Console, some options to assign with AI, clear keywords, or delete the page, and then you'll get into the meat and potatoes. Here we've got assigned keywords, which right now is blank, and so we can click Assign with AI. This is almost always how I start doing keyword research, so I'm going to go ahead and click it. You'll see the status change to assigning, and up here we've got a status bar indicating that we are currently generating keywords for one page. Down below, you see the rest of the Keyword Explorer with suggestions. Here you can get AI suggestions if you want to view them first before assigning them, Search Console data, and the option to manually explore keywords. You can also add a keyword manually directly within the Assigned Keywords tab. Once the AI has assigned some keywords, I'll generally take a look at these and see if they match my expectations for the page. Prompt engineering for SEO, it's a blog post titled exactly that, so that makes a lot of sense. This doesn't have a whole lot of monthly search volume, at least not according to data, and our data comes from data for SEO. It's important to know that the data here is directional, and you should really treat the data in any SEO tool as directional, not definitive or absolute. All SEO tools are doing their best to approximate data based on data that they're pulling from various Google properties, third-party sources, and then their own proprietary methods. We pull our data from Data for SEO, a commonly used, widely accepted data provider for SEO data. That's where we get monthly search volume, keyword difficulty, search intent, telling us what the user is likely searching for. Are they looking to buy something? Are they looking for information? Cost per click data. The higher this is, the more valuable the keyword likely is because people are bidding on it, as well as Google Search Console. Within Google Search Console, we pull clicks, impressions, click-through rate, and average position over the last 28 days. Now, for this first keyword, we've only got a search volume of 10, which isn't great, but when we look at our Search Console data, either here or down here for that same keyword, we notice that we have 93 impressions in the last 28 days. That indicates that at least 93 people have searched for this keyword, and we've come up on average in between spots 4 and 5. So while Data for SEO thinks that there are only 10 searches per month, we know from Search Console that we're getting more searches than that. So this is likely a good keyword to set as our primary keyword, which the AI has already done. Now, the difference between primary keywords and secondary keywords is largely a difference just for our own tool. For things like titles, descriptions, H1s, you're typically not going to be able to include more than one keyword. So we need to know what is the most important keyword for you to optimize for. But then on the content page, for example, within the content optimization tool, you can optimize for more keywords. Secondary keywords you can work into your H2s, your H3s, into your body copy. So it's helpful to have a list of additional keywords that we want to rank for beyond just our primary keyword. So our AI agent, when it's doing its automated keyword analysis, will look for about 5 keywords and pick the best one that best matches the intent and the content of the page, while balancing out opportunity from volume and difficulty, and set that as the primary keyword. Now let me talk just briefly about what's actually happening under the hood when the AI is doing its automated analysis. Our AI looks at the content on the page and tries to come up with a list of seed keywords, potentially good keywords that it could use to rank for. It then checks all of those against Google Search Console data if it has it, and DataForSEO data, and uses all of that to make its final decision. If it needs to, it runs through this process a couple of times, helping you find a really good solid list of keywords to optimize for. Now, you always want, especially for your priority pages, which are these pages with the stars here, you always want to check these manually as well. And priority pages, really quickly, are these pages with the stars. We automatically assign priority pages based on our best guess at which pages are most important to your site. Typically, sites will get anywhere up to 80% of their search traffic or more from 20% or less of their pages. And so those pages are going to be the most important for you to optimize first. So we try to guess at which ones those are using Search Console data, using pattern recognition, and we assign those here. But you can always come in and remove priority pages or add new priority pages by clicking on the star next to the page. So it's always good to double check the keywords for your priority pages. Now, if I'm looking at a keyword and I'm not sure if it's a great keyword, I might want to click into that keyword to get a little bit more information. Here I get the same data that I've got above, and I can see the SERP results. I can see highlighted where we're currently showing up in the SERP, and I can see what else is showing up. And I can use this as a quick way to judge, is this a good thing to search for? So there's a YouTube Master Prompt Engineering for SEO in our latest workshop, a YouTube video, a Reddit thread, Search Engine Land. This feels pretty topical. This feels pretty relevant. On the flip side, a more commercial, let's come over here to our homepage and let's click on one of these. Here, I'm seeing a lot of best of, top 10, 7 best. So this has commercial intent, but it's a lot of roundups. And so I may want to consider, okay, do I want to compete with those roundups? Maybe I do. Maybe having an actual tool geared at this keyword could outcompete these roundups. On the flip side, maybe it's better to just get in these roundups and optimize our page for something else. I can also see the domain rating of all of these, and I can see, okay, domain rating 30, 11, 32, 34, 39. Our domain rating up here is 24. Okay, it's reasonable that we could compete in here, especially if we do a little bit of work to boost our domain rating, doing a little bit of extra digital PR or backlink building. So that's how I start to think about things. Sometimes I look at this and I go, absolutely, the AI did a great job. All of those keywords look great to me. Other times I might want to change something. So I might come in here and say, yeah, I like this list of keywords, but I actually think this has more opportunity. SEO tool for agencies. It's got 1,300 searches a month, still a reasonable keyword difficulty, still competitive, commercial intent, and a really high cost per click. So this might be what I want to optimize for, and maybe content optimization tool becomes one of my secondary keywords instead. So always good, especially with your priority pages, to take a second look, dig a little deeper, and look at all of the data when making the decision of what you want your priority keyword to be and your keywords overall. These keywords will now flow into everything else you do in Metamonster. So content optimization, generating page titles, meta descriptions, everything will stem from these keywords. So that's how keyword research works in Metamonster and how I think about it when I'm optimizing keywords or researching keywords for a website. Hope this was helpful. As always, you can reach us at support@metamonster.ai. Thanks.